This is my conclusions on RCN scaling for ArduPilot. I'm going to try to make this really short and just give you the meat of it. You can set the actual function and servo output here, right here, but you cannot set these values here. It will complain. Actually, it doesn't complain about this one, it does that one, but that's neither here nor there. Rather than doing anything in this area, I suggest, as was suggested to me and what got me started on the correct path, is to come here and go to servo whatever channel number you're using and do everything you need to do right here. Set this so that you get your max pulse width. Set this for your minimum pulse width. Leave this one alone. If that doesn't work for you, look at the associated RC9 function to see if something in this area could be causing your problem. Because in my opinion, these two functions are related in this. Sadly, this is the entirety of the information available in ArduPilot, ArduPlane, probably an ArduCopter, boat, sub, all of that documentation. And it discusses both RCX and servoX. And if anyone can explain in detail the relationship of RCX and servoX, or fully explain this graph to me, I would love to hear it. Point me towards the video. School me, please. I don't fully understand it, but I will keep going over this graph and I will keep playing with stuff to the point where I do understand it. As an aside on this whole thing, I am going to take my own aircraft back down to 0. I'm going to flash, I don't know, Ardu Rover, Ardu Copter onto my airplane, because this is the only true way you can really get everything off to change a firmware. And then put ArduPlane back on it, and that will get it truly to a out-of-the-box flavor. And then I'm going to play with calibrating my radio and such to see what the heck went on with my RC trim on my models. Some of them, that RC trim for some reason is set. I've gone back and looked at a lot of them. Some of them, the RC trim is set to the RC minimum value. Some of them it's set to the RC max value. I don't know how those got set, but as an aside to this particular function, I'm going to go back and learn those again from scratch. I have flown 2 of these airplanes. They didn't crash because of this. So evidently the software tolerates it. But I just wanted to make this quick conclusion video of the RC scaled inputs 1 through 16 and their associated RC 1 through 16 inputs. Let's see here. Yeah, doesn't really say. The only reason I think those two are associated is because of this value on this graph and this value on this graph in these two directions. And the fact that I fixed my problem because I found I had an RC trim problem. My problem was not in the servoX function of RCINxScaled. Thank you guys very much.